Hey guys, what's going on? Brian here, having a good time with my dad and making these videos. Here enjoying a beautiful day here in North Carolina, just gorgeous. And we're doing a video right now on the plagues of Egypt and the first encounter of Moses and Aaron with Pharaoh. And the last video we left off, of course, Moses had finally relented to God and gave up his objections. He's going to obey God. God had given him the signs to show to Pharaoh and Israel, and he's headed off to see the Pharaoh, of course, with his brother Aaron. Bear in mind, Moses is 80 years old at this time, so he's not a youngin'. And so he gets there and has his first encounter with Pharaoh, and tells, of course, Pharaoh, let my people go to worship our God. And Pharaoh asks for a sign. And God tells Moses to tell Aaron to throw down their staff to become a snake, and they do. But then Pharaoh calls in his magicians, and they imitate it in some way. They cast on their staffs, and they become snakes as well, whether through some sort of trick or snake charming or some sort of supernatural demonic activity. We don't know, but they imitate it somehow. Now, the snake belonging to Moses and Aaron eats the other two snakes, showing the superiority of the God of Israel, but Pharaoh's heart is hardened. And that shouldn't be a surprise to us, nor to Aaron and Moses. God had told them beforehand, Pharaoh is going to harden his heart. And he says, I'm going to use that to show my power and glory by pouring out my wrath on Egypt through the 10 plagues. And by the way, this is all part of the prophecy recorded in Genesis 15, verses 13 and 14. You can check that out to make that reference point. But now it's going to come to 10 plagues. And as we look at these 10 plagues in the lesson, let's just bear in mind the main purpose of these 10 plagues was to show that the God of Israel is the one true God. And he's making that point both to the Egyptians and to the Israelites. To the Egyptians, he's showing with each plague, he's basically mocking, slapping the face of an Egyptian god with each plague, showing he is the one true God and there are no gods at all. And then for the Israelites, he's letting them know, I am God. The God you've heard about in your history, the God that many of the current generation didn't really know much about, I am the one true God. And so he's giving that message to them and to the world. And we see it recorded there in Scripture. And that's the point of the 10 plagues. And I thought to introduce the 10 plagues, I'd show you this creature right here that we found here at my parents' house. A beautiful, beautiful specimen called a velvet ant. And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous critter. But also, it can be a little bit dangerous because as I did a little research on this creature, it's not an ant at all. It's actually a wasp, a female wasp with no wings. And evidently has a really, really powerful sting. A sting powerful enough to really hurt cows. It's actually nicknamed the cow killer. I don't know if it actually can kill a cow, but it's got a powerful sting. And I kind of use this as a segue to the plagues because when you look at the Hebrew words are used for gnats and flies, two of the plagues poured out on Egypt. The Hebrew word could be a small stinging bug or biting bug. So maybe something in a sense like a sting like this guy, or it could be a biting bug. And when you look at the plagues, we'll recognize these things were serious. They really hampered the life of the Egyptians. The water turning into blood, the frogs, the gnats and the flies could be stinging bugs, the swarms of insects, the boils, the livestock dying, the hail, all the things taking place leading up to the last course plague that's going to be the crescendo, has a lot of powerful points we'll get to later on. But I want to make that connection between just that beautiful creature and the plagues, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. But again, remember the point of these plagues, whether it's the bugs or the frogs, whatever it is to show that the God of Israel is the one true God and to drive that home. In a sense, those plagues are a supernatural revelation and God showing his power to the world. He is the one true God. Let's keep that thought in mind. Until next time, if you see a creature like this, you can admire it and look at it, put it in a cup, but don't hold it. They got a really bad sting. Hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.